All right, what's good, people? Doing another gaming live stream until the NFL season starts. So, all right, let me drop the link for the peeps. What the fuck's this thing doing? All right, copy that, and we'll paste. What's up, Sponge? I'm gonna try and beat this fucking thing. This thing is making this event is making me lose my mind. All right, let me check my relics. All right, duck switching. Poison, rot, invincibility, increased attack power. I already did that. All right, so this motherfucker right here, the gaping jaw. They deleted a post on X and said that they were going for New Jersey. What the fuck? Yeah, yo, Sponge, get the fuck up out of there. Yo, what the fuck, Sponge? We really got fucking. We got World War III board GTA 6. Well, until that happens, I'm gonna try to enjoy some Elden Ring Nightreign. So the Everdark Sovereign, I'm gonna try and clap this boss. All right. There's no audio on the game, by the way, so y'all just gonna have to bear with me. All right, I call dibs on the Iron Eye, even though I love my boy the Wilder. All right, so this dude is probably gonna pick the Executor. There we go. All right, I'm gonna have to skip the cutscene. Can y'all skip already? I mean, damn. I was the only one that skipped. All right, where are we landing? All right, so there's an Everghoul. So we're gonna have to clear out probably one of these things. Esponja. Oh, there's a church here.
Here's hoping that was fake.
Man, you ready for Butters to suit up?
Oh my god. The Discord, when that happened. Okay. Michael was like, "Oh my god, I regret voting for him."
You voted for this nigga. Now you pay the price. No.
It was so funny. Because CEO was saying the same thing. I'm like, brother.
Nah, y'all niggas voted for this craziness. No, y'all vote. No. Keep that same energy like you did in November. I don't want to hear shit.
Michael said he wasn't gonna vote no more.
No. Well, I voted for I didn't. I voted. I just wrote some random name on the ballot. I didn't vote for either of these two.
Well, actually, Mike voted for Justin Fields, so that's.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I was watching women's football earlier, and the quarterbacks were throwing better than Bustin, and I made sure to send a video to Mike.
No. That's your boy now. Now get ready to suit up.
Wait, where are we? Yeah, me and Skimpy were talking about it because we'd be the first ones because Michael, he'd be too old and too stubborn. They wouldn't pick him. They wouldn't pick him because he's too stubborn.
No, I don't think he's physically fit to go to. Well, they're gonna have to train him either way.
Yeah, I know. He's not physically fit.
No. I should have titled the stream getting ready for World War III. But nah.
I mean they did, and this isn't just like we didn't just attack Iran. We attacked like Russia too, because Putin.
Because Iran's got allies with
Yeah,
North Korea and Russia, so we're fucked basically. We're fucked.
Great to hear.
All right, we'll level up a little bit. Grab the fucking notebook, idiot. Here we go. All right, so we gotta grab. All right. Well, up until we suit up to go to war, we'll just play some games. Hell, imagine if the NFL season gets canceled over this
Oh
shit.
no, that wouldn't shock me. Dude, they interrupted my baseball game. I was watching the Phillies, and they interrupted it to show the interview of that big orange guy.
There's no way.
I want Mike to come in here so he can explain himself.
Nah, he's at the casino earlier.
No, he laughed because he was
No.
talking about the situation. No, but like, no, I know because as soon as Michael dropped a pipe bomb video, that's when all this stuff happened. He dropped a pipe bomb video on you know who.
What's up,
Yeah.
Y2C?
Yeah.
Well, luckily, Stick considers me retarded. Well, oh yeah, me too. I guess me and Y2C are not going. Yeah, me and Y2C are not going to war.
Well, see, me and Josh Johnson, an awesome kid, are all moving to Canada. That is what we.
Nah,
YTC,
bro.
would you like to join us?
Nah, 77 million,
Okay.
77 million of you motherfuckers voted for this dude. Nah, nah, bro. Oh, I died.
Michael being a strong percentage of that. He got burner phones.
I mean, I don't think I'll get drafted, but if somehow we did, I mean, shoo. I mean,
well, can I just revoke my American citizenship, please? Is that possible?
I didn't vote either. Well, I vote. Do you know what I voted for? I voted for Mike Tomlin. I'm quitting this fucking game.
So, are you the one who voted for the guy named D's Nuts?
Nah.
No.
That was in North Carolina.
Or was that Michael who voted for that?
That was in North Carolina. 99% of the votes went to D's Nuts.
And he's
yo.
What's up, John Jay?
Hello, John.
What's up?
Scared.
I saw in my algorithm Michael made another video.
Yeah. And
when doesn't he make a video?
I was blaming him for what happened earlier because as soon as he dropped that pipe bomb video, that happened.
Well, I want to say this to Michael. I don't know if he's watching.
Oh no, he is.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's right. I'm like, if it doesn't bother you, why did
John,
you make
I'm so
video?
sorry you had to suffer watching that.
I didn't watch it at all.
Listen, I had to tell him straight to his face on the Corey Davis. Well, I missed the Corey Davis show just to try to get in his goofy head. That again, that's my fault.
You didn't miss much. You missed Tommy yelling at his TV because of the baseball game.
So I watched Valak stuff, and all he talked about how the Cowboys are ass, how the Yankees, how the Yankees are ass. Basically, he was talking half of the video, which was a dive video.
Yeah.
And he didn't even say nothing disrespectful. He says if he doesn't go to your channel, it is what it is. Like, he didn't really go like, oh, I'm gonna take shots, nameless. No, I saw the whole video. Yeah, again, now Valak shouldn't be doing that. It is what it is. So he must be really ticked off. Again, I hope he's all right. And so Mike was saying, oh, you don't understand the people who don't know nothing. And so now he's lecturing us for not understanding. First of all, I'm not on the Discord. And then I don't want to say this because, it's bullying. I have a life. I have to work. I have to pay bills.
Don't we all?
I am not rich. Like $1,000 ticket to watch your team lose.
Yeah, Mike.
This nigga really paid $1,000 to watch his husband get clapped.
Mind you, he's a TA for the Florida academic system.
So, Mike, like I said to you when I left the stream, I don't hate you. I've known you so long now that I realize what you are. And he's how do you say this? He's that screw that you cannot screw in, but you just leave it like messed up.
Just leave it loose.
There you go. He's a screw. That's the best way.
Hey, also,
Busted.
Oh yeah. Why does that remind me of the Kendrick Lamar song? But Michael, he also made another stupid decision. So he decided to another stupid financial decision. So when he went to the casino today, you want to know the whole reason why?
To pay my $100 when he loses the bet.
well, that. But he found this jersey thing. It's like a split jersey where it can have two team names or whatever. And he said he wanted to get a Jets and Bears one.
No, one team only.
And he wanted it to be a Caleb and Justin jersey.
No, it's either one or the other. Nope.
And he said that he was only doing Bears and Jets games this season.
Motherfucker, just pay me my $100, bro. You're not winning that bet.
So I guess we'll only see Mike be doing Bears streams and Jets streams.
Listen,
maybe he'll become a Jets content creator now.
There is a New York team that will make the playoffs, and it
won't be not the Jets.
It won't be the Jets.
It'll be the
actually, no. You're absolutely right. But there are two teams in New York that's going to win. One of them is not the Jets.
Oh, I know who he's talking about.
Wow, I didn't say nothing to YTC. I see how it is. You know what, YTC? I'm gonna do a video.
How Russell Wilson's washed and what's his name?
Listen. Someone in the chat hurt my feelings, so now I'm gonna upload a video.
Russell Wilson's washed. Jameis Winston's
John,
a bust.
You need to understand my side.
Yo.
Now Mike is like, okay, that's enough, John. I have to come here to address you.
No, he'll be here in like 5 minutes. Don't worry, he's finishing his Justin Fields session.
So Spongy, you weren't there on TRL, and when McNider ended it, TRL just ended.
Yeah, I know.
I was pissed off, but apparently, I'm very shocked, Spongy. I never thought you would join the Bears empire. Michael stated something very interesting. You guys are now brothers.
Michael's not a Bears fan. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, my bad. You are Jets fans now. Wow.
Oh wow. Huh.
Oh, this is a new bombshell report that I heard.
He was telling me and Spud, you're cool now, John. We now are buddies.
For how long though?
I don't know.
Well, see, because he hasn't been giving me any nonsense recently. When he starts giving me nonsense, you know.
I'm gonna wait until 40 minutes and I'll get back on the Nightreign.
Man.
So John
Speak
Jay,
of Michael,
ready to go to war?
Yeah, are you?
Oh, I'm disqualified.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm 36.
I would be too.
So basically, Spongy, when you turn 18, you're gonna get a letter in the mail called a selected service.
Yep.
Don't lose that card.
Well, is there a way I can dodge it like that guy?
No, bro. You what? You want to go to jail?
I want to explain it. So when you turn 26, that card is no longer valid. So for 8 years, hopefully in that 8 years of your life, nothing happens. Also, you can go to a recruitment center. It's not mandatory, and they can disqualify you for a bunch of certain things. I was disqualified for medical reasons. Okay.
I have bad knees. Can I be disqualified?
Like I said, if you have any type of medical reasons, and then what they will do is after they do their thing, they'll send you to a independent doctor that's not in the military. So if the independent doctor agrees with that, you are no longer going to be called for anything, and your selective service thing is basically, and then a year later you get a letter. All right, for example, say you're 24 years old and they disqualify you. Those last 2 years doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Okay. That's what I'm doing when I'm first getting that.
Okay. Now, don't ever, when you're in high school, now it happens in the Bay Area. I don't know. I've never been to the East Coast. But during those job fairs, when you're 17, 18, I was 17 when I was a senior. You have the Marines, Army, Navy, Armed Force, the Air Force, and the
what the fuck?
That go to your school and will give you pamphlets. Don't go there because they're not giving you a pamphlet. They're giving you a permission slip that you're going to sign. Okay, be really careful. A buddy of mine was like, "Oh, I'm kind of interested in the Coast Guard because and he says it's the most least boring service thing because you're basically like on the coast. If you live next to the water, the Coast Guard, and I live right next to the Pacific Ocean. He goes over there, he gets a pamphlet, he signs a letter of interest. He goes home. A year later, he gets called in, like some recruits coming in and say, you sign a form that we could, in the next 12 months, recruit you, and you cannot say no. Luckily, his mom took a sandal and said, "Get off my property." They got scared of an old Filipino woman. Oh man, great stories.
All right, if we can finish this boss, that'll be great. Oh, Sponja.
So yeah, that's what happened. So he dodged the bullet because his mom was like, "Listen, Filipino moms are the sweetest people on earth,
but never
piss them off." Never piss off a Filipino.
Nah.
They're like Spanish. They're like Spanish women. I want to get the broom. Oh man, people think Filipino women are like the most like submissive. Oh my gosh, like I have a lot of friends who married Filipino girls. They're like crap. They're becoming like their moms. They're dictating me.
Yeah, yo, kind of like Latino women. I mean, shit.
Hey, I said this, and I don't know if Crazy Juice got offended, but the comedian Joy Coy said Filipinos and Mexicans have similar
traits.
Similar also genetics. Now they're not the same people because of course they're across a giant ocean.
Of course.
And so the purpose is that Mexican people and Filipino people have the same celebrations. Their foods, even though they're different varieties, are like fiesta foods. Okay. And so if you ever go to a Mexican restaurant, it's party food. You go to a Filipino, it's party food. It's the same thing. And the purpose that he's trying to say is that they have the same last names. We have the same last names. The Spanish went to us, but they were there before they came to us. So the purpose is if you love comedy, he's saying a truth that, hey, if Spain never went to Mexico or the Philippines, and you go to today, how different those two groups of people would have turned out, because eventually other Europeans would have found those places. So,
damn. Oh man,
Spongy's dealing with that Philly Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he's got the Philly Wi-Fi. He'll be back eventually.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep. What? It's summer vacation. I'm an idiot. But even during school, when he does the Corey Davis, it's like It's 9:00 my time. McNider is 10:00 because he has to go to work. It's midnight. Like, really? Like, come on, man.
It's midnight. Oh, he's back.
Hold on. My phone died.
Oh,
We know.
Okay, so yeah. So what's up?
You got food? Nah, I'm just kidding.
talking about McNiner, talking about selective service stuff.
I can't use that.
We're talking about the Philippines and Mexico. We talk about when you're on the McNiner show. It's midnight when he ends the show.
Huh.
You're caught up.
And I might dip to Mexico if
I'm
World
back.
War III starts.
All right. So what's up? I'm back. Technical difficulties.
Not much. Got him.
Did Michael pop by when I left because he's scared of me?
Nah, he's not coming on here.
Listen, he doesn't hang out with. If you have to be professional. I'm never gonna let that go ever.
Oh yeah,
Ever.
And John. Supposedly Michael feels betrayed and feels like he was tricked.
Now, John.
He was what?
He feels like he was betrayed, and he was tricked by Mr. Orange Man. Yeah.
Okay, I don't care about that. That's a Michael problem, not ours.
And it was funny because that's all he was talking about in the Discord. It was hilarious.
And that's the reason why a female basketball player that plays for I was just expressing my freedom of speech, John. I didn't know that she believed that. Really?
Oh, thank you, John. You reminded me of something. I have something to say in the Discord tonight.
It's so sad. Listen, me and David Corona, like, this is our punishment for our sins of the crap that we used to do. Is Michael came to our lives.
Huh.
This is our sins because remember, me and him used to do a lot of horrible. I'm joking. Nah. Yeah. I like talking to David Corona when he's free. We talk on the phone.
Yeah. I'm not fighting. No, we're not fighting that. We're not strong enough. No. Oh my God.
Is that a moving tree?
Yeah.
I don't understand this game.
We're not fighting that. No.
Didn't he used to call Angel Reese his mommy?
Well, that wasn't until she blocked him.
So I just brought that up in the Discord. I'll wait for him to respond.
I don't have Discord, so.
Listen, I was trying to tell Mike that in WWE, and again, I don't want to piss off WWE fans, but a lot of that stuff is scripted. People don't act like that in real life. It's supposed to be for, like the storyline of that leads up to the match. I may have my opinions about wrestling, but one thing I would always say, and a lot of my wrestling fans in my personal real life respect me for this. It's an art, and you can say whatever you want. There's a reason why those wrestlers who are in WrestleMania and all those pay-per-views, they are the elite of that craft. There's a reason why a lot of people, I could do wrestling, all that stuff. No, you can't. And what's that guy's name? Paul Heyman. He was on Pat McAfee. After, he was talking about how Roman Reigns disrespect them or whatever. They entered, and I saw that whole 40-minute thing. He started to become a little bit more serious, and he said, there's a reason why many OG wrestlers who have been in the business don't like Jake Paul, don't like Logan Paul, don't like those young wrestlers that pushes quickly because they have been grinding. And one thing that he said was, when any tough masculine person goes in there, or any of the ladies go in there, the first time you're swinging on the ropes, you get that rope burn because they don't know how.
More technical difficulties.
They don't know how to when you there's a way how you land on the rope where you don't, and when you watch it, it's great performance. It's hard to tell, and so Paul Heyman was saying, you could
I
put
think Michael hacked my Wi-Fi.
Huh. Yo.
basically he said like the best, toughest athletes, the best NFL athletes would not survive one day in the ring because of the training, and many of those people quit. Even if you're great enough and you're able to do the in-ring, a lot of people quit because they don't know how to talk on the mic, because wrestling is 90% talking, 10% wrestling. And so I always give those respect. I remember one time saying, "Hey, yo, get in a wrestling ring." Hell no.
So,
No.
wait, what you're saying is that Michael would not succeed at this?
I don't know if he likes wrestling. Well, I don't know if he ever wanted to be a wrestler.
Well, he
Yeah,
would be
neither
able
would I.
to, like, no, because remember he wanted to Stone Cold Stunner us. It's still been like 5 years.
Well, now it's entering the year 3, and I don't know when he told you he was going to do that to you. I remember one time David Corona had the best advice. Oh, yeah? You know what? I'll pedigree you.
I'll pay for you to come here.
Like, Michael got the money. He probably can afford it if he really wanted to.
And I always joke around. I even said this to him on StreamYard. Michael will start to stretch, and I'll pull the muscle. Oh, man.
All right, let's get in this cave. See what's up.
That is why you don't want Michael fighting in a war.
Well, too bad he's got no choice. What the fuck?
Well, I got some good news for people if they want to listen to it. So we have about 1 million deployed people already across the world. They are number 1 in line because they're already deployed. Okay, think about that. That's a lot of people. We're not going to send everybody, so that's a good news. Okay. 2, Congress has to pass. It has to be unanimous. 100 senators and all to say we're going to war. Okay. Again, I don't want to bring politics. You know, like Corey Davis says, that this is a fun stream where we're hanging out. But again, I don't know if I can believe it. But you know, the guy said, because apparently I was interrupted watching. I'm watching that Gold Cup, and they're like, "Hey, he's talking," and I'm like, and what he said was, "I don't want the American people to fight, and I don't want that to happen. So hopefully they blah 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 blah." Okay. If he's telling you the truth, which I don't know, again, I don't like politics. I think it's bullshit. But the point of the matter is, if he's telling you the truth, I don't know. Let's say all that stuff happens. We exhausted 1 million people, and then Congress has to vote. And let's just say that all happens. Okay. There are people called the National Reserves. And in San Francisco's Bay Area, there's a place called San Bruno. They have, in just that thing, over 1,500 people. Now, there's a bunch of things across California and in every other state. After that is...
John, they interrupt. I was watching the Phillies game, and they interrupted that.
Did you guys win that game?
Probably.
I don't know. I didn't watch people.
I'm boycotting the Twins, so I don't know.
I'm resetting my whole thing.
All right.
Okay. So let's say all that exhausted from all that, everything, and then all the reservists are all exhausted. Okay, think about that. Then they're going to go to the selective service, and it's going to go by seniority. So if you're at the bottom, which basically are the youngins, the ones that are around 25 to like 24, and there's going to be a lot. Once that's all, everything is exhausted, then they will go to a draft. Okay, even though that they have promised to never do a draft ever again. Worst case scenario, where that's going to happen, is basically less than a fraction of a percent. So people who are not, serving don't have to worry. because we have people already. And of course, there's going to be people who are going to volunteer. So that's the good news. Now, again, I'm not trying to get political and I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble or their channel taken out by YouTube, but I'm just stating the facts because I've had a lot of families who have joined the military. I had people who are retired who was in the military. Many of them did it the hard way. They went to their place to see if they qualified. Even if they qualified, you got the training. And so worst case scenario, they'll train you and that's all. By that time, any act of fighting will be over. So so a lot of people are like, getting very nervous. So I would suggest this. Don't be. If you're way under 18, bunch of you have nothing to worry about. Children, even boys.
We have some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Antonio Brown is leaving the country per his IG story.
Yeah, that guy has CTE.
And he said, no more child support for y'all. Tell your mama to get a job.
Yep. That's right there. That is not normal behavior.
That's Michael level type of shit right there.
And that's why Michael was a Steelers fan last year, and we all got to remember that.
Nah, he wasn't. He was a free agent last year.
No.
What the hell is he doing?
No. He was technically a. As much as you don't want to believe it, he technically was a Steelers fan last year.
No,
wow. I just checked the score. Honduras won 2-0 against versus El Salvador after they got murdered.
John, I was watching the Phillies game. Okay.
Yeah, you told me already.
Oh, sorry, I was cutting out and everything.
Did you guys win?
No, we were getting our butts handed to us.
By who?
By the Mets.
Yeah, expected.
Oh, damn. So it's actually right. The Mets own you guys.
No.
Oh.
That's expected.
And I had to watch that orange man come up across my screen.
Is that a scorpion?
That's a crab.
That's a crab? It's the weirdest. It's not even correct.
And it's dead.
It's a bunch of this crab.
Oh, there's more.
Michael responded to me, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
I said, Mike, this is the man that led to you being blocked by Angel Reese, a.k.a. your mommy. His response. Even granted, Angel Reese is a terrible person.
He's mad, he's salty. She's a horrible person, but you don't follow her.
She's a gorgeous lady.
No, that's Bailey.
That's Bailey. Bailey, aka fucking.
Listen, all that I know is that she wrestles and she's a San Francisco 49er fan. And I don't want to sound kind of messed up, but she is average. I'm sorry. I've seen
for Michael, average is.
Listen, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but he kind of like does this to himself.
Oh yes, he sure does.
He would take any woman, even the ugliest of uglies, because no woman would ever want to go out with it.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this is not news. This
I'm so mean.
This is true, proven facts.
I am so mean.
No, John, I've lost my virginity.
No. We were talking about this. I don't know if you were there on Wednesday, but do you remember he was doing the college stream and then David Corona was like, "Do you like?" He's like, "Well, I tried it and I didn't like it anymore." And then Corona was
tired of it.
and you were like, "God bless America."
I mean, that's
No.
America in a nutshell. This dumbass can't get laid to save his life.
Man, it's so hilarious.
All
I'm
right,
never gonna forget
Oh,
that.
and John, remember the time also where he said a hickey was a disease?
I will never forget that.
Oh my
This
God.
dumb motherfucker. This is dumb.
When he said that, I'm like, dude, you've never gotten that. Just shut up.
Just admit it, Michael. Just admit that you're gonna die a virgin, dude. Like it's okay, bro. Like you're not mad. You're not destined to get pussy ever.
Listen, this is gonna sound mean to anyone who's watching at this point,
Oh no, it's not.
but there have been men who have been single and they were celibate for their whole lives. And again, I'm trying to be really careful. Gotta be respectful. But there have been many women who have been single and celibate for their whole life. It happens.
And some of it's by choice. Some of it is by choice.
Now, I want to eliminate all the religious people who don't do that because there are a lot of that you're not supposed to do that. I don't understand why, but it is what it is. I went to a Catholic school, so they can't do that.
Yep.
So they're sacrificing that. So
I can upgrade 2 weapons.
That's why I never became a priest, even though like one of my rest in peace to one of my grandmas from like an extended family, was like, you need to become a priest. I said, why?
Well, to be fair, you can do that, like do all that stuff, and then come into the faith and then become a priest. Like you can have.
Listen, my Catholic school was very weird. We were not like other schools that were like kind of like mean and disrespectful. But one of our priest people said he became a priest when he was 32.
Yep.
When before that, the stuff he used to do, and I'm like, wait a second, hold on. How did you become a priest with all the stuff? I'm not talking about him having a girlfriend and almost getting married. I'm talking about the stuff he used to do. And I'm like, God damn. He said, well, I changed my life. I changed my life. And so before the age of 32, he lived life. So there are people, even some women who live life and then they get into that. So I'm not saying that all, religious people are still celibate. Some of them did that when they were younger. Again, when I was younger, I didn't really have a brain. I would say I was more focused on playing the field.
Doesn't have a brain.
I used to play the field a lot. Like I can't believe I'm gonna disrespect the conversation. I was talking to Terradome before he got married. The same thing, Terradome. Again, you can tell he's an OG, just like the great Corey Davis. Listen, Corey Davis looked like that guy. Like he would just like Corey Davis when he was younger. He didn't. And again, I don't ever like to talk about it because it hurts. I miss him.
Oh my God.
He had some tough years before we lost him, but before that, Corey Davis used to do some things. He was 52.
Oh my God. I said in the Discord, I said, Mike, get on Kid is live. And then I tagged him. And then he said, I know he's alive, but I'm playing Call of Duty. What about it? And he said, alive. I know he's alive. And then he had to edit it to, I know he's live.
Yeah, whatever. Well, if he's awake, shouldn't he be here?
It's past your bedtime.
It's past his bedtime, John Jay. Leave him alone.
Ooh, Mike just hit the 20 view mark on his latest video.
20 views?
Wow, people are watching.
That's a milestone.
Does he want a cookie for that?
Yes, he actually probably does. Have you seen the guy?
Oh my gosh! It's the return of Don Burr. Look what he said. Little Michael is out of the closet.
Yo.
Come on, we need more Don Burr.
What is that in his comment section?
Yes, in his comments. No, Don Burr, you don't understand. If you're a dumb Lions fan.
Oh my God.
Yo, Don Burr, wow. Where the fuck you at, bro?
I wish I saved that video where Michael and Don Burr were talking. I showed it to everybody, and then one day I was updating the new software on my computer, and it deleted. Stupid me. So now every time I have to reinstall a new software or it needs to be updated, I put everything on a flash drive.
And you save all the Michael stupid moments, and then. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, I couldn't. Plus, I'm not gonna go
that's
back.
That's why your computer needed a new update. It was seeing too much Michael and it decided, oh, I'm gonna malfunction real quick. And saw a video of Michael.
Ooh, one of his followers just said, now that nonsense is over, maybe we can go back to the Chicago Bears.
Isn't that Mark Andrews account?
It says Mark Andrews /HBI.
Yeah, that's one of Michael's nemesis or whatever, or how many
supporters?
He has.
One of his supporters or one of his
supporters. Wait, where are we supposed to fall? All right.
I forgot. He doesn't have any supporters. I'm sorry.
He has D-Lo from the Go, whatever his name is.
Yeah,
apparently Michael. Apparently Michael was like, we don't talk no more. We scratched all of that.
What, him and D-Lo?
I don't know. He doesn't make any sense.
Oh my god. Michael was one of the only guys I hate.
Again, he doesn't make sense. Listen, I want to say this, and I'm not going to bring it up no more because I'm tired of it, and this is Mike's fault for making me talk about things about his issues.
Michael lost him and his mommy, Angel Reese.
So, I hope, I want him to understand. Someone's riding a dirt bike outside my house.
Hi, yo.
So annoying.
No, that's Michael on his way to get some food.
Remember, Michael said he's never going to come over here because he believes my city doesn't believe in the stuff that he believes.
Mike's on his way to give you a stone.
Listen, with all due respect, if he does ever come here, I'm like, hell no, hell no. Basically, he would arrive and he said, by orders of John Jay, we're sending you back to Florida.
I know you guys are used to earthquakes. Well, show up and
or if he doesn't want to go to Florida, we can always send him to you, and then you and him are brothers.
Nope.
You and him are brothers now.
You know who else? You can send him to YTC. He can go to the north.
Oh yeah, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Listen, he gets mad at me, but he has known Michael longer than me, and so he's sort of his brother because you kind of know him. And apparently, he's on the same side of what happened to the situation. But anyway, besides all of that,
I mean, so am I. But also, it's Michael. So.
Anyway, back to the point, and then hopefully it's the last time. Who cares what he says? Because it seems that you're the only person that's getting annoyed by this stuff.
That's legitimately what Awesome Kid said in the group chat today. It's because, first of all, this whole situation started is because that guy supposedly disrespected Awesome Kid, and Michael got mad about it. But Awesome Kid
doesn't he get mad?
Awesome Kid doesn't give a crap. Awesome Kid.
I know, and that's sad. That's not his thing, so I don't know why, he cares.
Oh, John, did you hear supposedly, there was an ex-post from, the Iran military that said they're coming for New Jersey first. So me, YTC, the New York Jets, and the New York Giants are the first targets.
Whatever. I don't know anymore.
But that tweet has since been deleted. So, we don't know. That might be a deep fake.
Sure, for real.
They should go for Washington first. Shouldn't that be their first target? Wouldn't that just... I don't even know. I don't care.
So I used to watch a lot of the History Channel when I was in high school. And I did not know that if you travel up the Golden Gate, like travel north to the Golden Gate, there is like a mountainside where it's like mountain looking at the water. Apparently, underneath the mountains is a missile defense thing from the 60s. Now, it doesn't work anymore because, of course, it's from the 60s.
Good, John. That's
fuck.
You saved yourself there.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, just because it doesn't work doesn't mean that those things are still alive. So if someone hits the button at a place that doesn't work, that thing will fly into the Pacific Ocean and hit anything that's coming towards this direction. I'm revealing secrets tonight. Secrets.
The government.
It's technically not secrets if the History Channel told people on a TV show.
John, I'm sorry. I hate to break to you. The government's coming for you next.
Damn it.
You're getting canceled.
Yeah, John Jay, the feds are coming after you.
All right. I want to bid an early farewell. I won't miss Michael. I know you guys will.
No, I'm not.
I know Spunchy will miss, his best friend Michael.
That's why I'm moving to Canada, boys.
No, yeah, what you're gonna live with Awesome Kid now?
yeah. Me and Skippy are already planning it. Josh Johnson will be on his
way technically, the funny thing about it, when people say they're going to Canada, Canada also has a military, so you guys feel screwed.
Well, I don't think Canada wants anything to do with the United States right now.
Well, technically, because they're part of NATO, yes, you do.
Oh, crap.
So it sucks. Also, a lot of people don't know this. Even though Canadian people that lead, they say we don't. They also do the same thing the United States does. They send troops to Europe and other parts of the world. But remember, Canadians are very humble. Like they don't brag like us. That's why.
Skimpy.
That's why.
Skimpy does.
That's why all people who do jokes about Canada. Oh yeah, the Canadians are soft. Oh yes, we are, and we love being made fun of.
Yep.
It's starting to make sense now. It took me a long time. The reason why Awesome Kid, he doesn't have a lisp. He actually is the stereotype. That's how they talk. Darn, it took me years to realize it was in my... Oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. I'm too tired to cook.
Pizza.
I might just have to order some food. Some healthy food. I'm not going to order Little Caesars. No, John, it's real pizza. I'm sorry. As a person who's part Italian, that is not pizza. Little Caesars is not pizza. Listen, one of my coworkers, she's from Michigan, and one day they had a pizza party from Little Caesars, and she's like, this is the best pizza. And I told her, you're gonna hate me for this. As a part Italian guy, Little Caesars is not real pizza. She said, "Oh, don't ever disrespect Michigan pizza."
No, we'll do this.
I'm like, but that's not real pizza. She's like, well, I don't want to hear it. Man.
I'm going to Chicago this summer.
Oh, God help us all.
No, he meant to say he was going to visit Michael in Florida.
No.
And then Michael's going to give you a special tour of his college, of his class, and then he's going to teach you arithmetic and reading. Spongy, let's do math. No, do you know what 1 + 1 is?
Hopefully he doesn't teach me finance.
No, Spongy. 1 + 1 is not 2, it's 11. Now we're gonna learn how to read. How do you say the letter A, Sponge?
Ace.
No, Sponge. It's I. It's so easy to clown Michael. Like you guys really have all these great material.
Oh yeah. Yep.
But apparently, when Michael argues with you, he says that he always owns you.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm
Michael,
owning him in the
Michael.
Discord. I'm owning him in the Discord.
Michael.
I'm owning him in the Discord right now, but he's not responding. I think he fell asleep while eating his Little Caesars. So that's
Well, Michael said he's playing Call of Duty, and I know he's losing.
no. He's playing the other version of Call of Duty. That's Call of Booty. So
I call it Call of Booty.
No. He's playing the version where he gets to call his other boyfriends, and he gets to call them for.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, guys. Mike tell everybody today he has a significant other.
I told you. I told you, everybody. Michael is the Mac Daddy of all Mac Daddies.
No,
don't believe me.
Because Michael sent a picture at the casino today, and somebody else took it. And
I told everybody Michael is the Mac Daddy of all Mac Daddies, and no one believed me. I'm the Mac Daddy, John. I have more women. Okay. Congratulations.
Dude.
I used to have 10 women in one night. I'm playing. No.
Hi, yo.
That's not true. It's also impossible.
What do you mean?
So somebody's had it.
It's possible to have more than 10 women at once.
No. Okay. Yes, you can have 10 women. The joke is that it's impossible
to like have them all in like one night. I get it.
No, well, one woman had like 1,000 men in one day. So, I guess anything's possible. I heard Michael was one of the people who lined up at her door to be one of the people that she did the devil's work with. But
if I don't beat this,
we're not gonna talk about that right now.
Shit, yo.
All right, looks like my favorite.
Oh, John, you ordered Little Caesars?
No, my favorite Mexican restaurant is about to close, so I'm gonna hurry up before they close.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably some good food on like Little Caesars, Mike.
Let's see. Oh, I have enough for that one.
Oh, yeah. Once my food shows up, I'm gonna bounce because I am hungry. I was at a watch party. We were watching the Gold Cup. We were watching that thing called the Club World Cup. So.
Dude, I was watching. Oh, John, I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh.
I was watching some women's football earlier.
Oh, okay.
Guess what?
Uh-oh.
The quarterbacks threw better than Justin Fields.
No, Spongy, you don't know nothing. Justin Fields is better than the great loser, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, my God. And, John, right when Michael put out that video earlier, so I got a notification for somebody else's video. And you want to know whose video that was and what it was titled?
What was it titled?
It was one of CG's YouTube shorts. And you want to know what it was titled? Is Brock Purdy better than Jalen Hurts?
I gotta go to that channel. He actually messaged me.
Brock Purdy better than Jalen Hurts? No.
Is Brock Purdy better than Jalen Hurts? Brock Purdy does everything better than Jalen Hurts. How many views did it get? 400. All right.
100?
400 views. Also, apparently, CG is famous now. His Twitter was hold on, let me look at his community tab. Unless he removed it. All right, enough with the Jawan Jennings. Times of India put my tweet that I honestly put on X. So basically, apparently, there's a thing called Times of India. Is that from the continent of India, or is that what the name of the newspaper is called? Sheesh.
Give me a second.
Oh man.
I made sure to let Michael know that his best friend Don Burr has returned to the community. I knew he was so worried about him. But.
Shout out to Don Burr. Listen, I know he's annoying because I remember when we played him in 2021, he was talking about that they were going to put a 49 burger, just as a joke. And then we were blowing them out. And then one of the cornerbacks suffered a season-ending injury. And it was 41. It was 41-17 with 5 minutes left in the game. I'm like, the Lions are not coming back. So I said, I'm ending this stream because, and it was a boring game. And then they scored 2 touchdowns and they got both 2-point conversions. And then with like a couple of seconds left in midfield, Jared Goff threw an interception. And then Don Burr called in and he's like, we won, Rumbo. And then Rumbo's like, the night, no, we won. You guys were supposed to blow us out, huh? Why'd you take you off the gas? He was so arrogant. And then after that, everyone started to call in, and they were talking about things like, Don Burr, be graceful when you lose with your trash ass Detroit team.
Ooh.
And then so I will never forget that stream.
Don Burr did Lord's work that day. Trash talking Niner fans.
All right, he's weak to poison, so. Okay, we got activate.
Michael has yet to respond to me. I think he is too locked in on that Call of Duty game.
Listen. He probably went to bed. I remember one time, I have a bedtime. My bedtime.
I have a bedtime. It's 10 o'clock.
No, he said one time he has an 11 o'clock bedtime. So if he lives in the East Coast.
And so that was an hour ago.
It's 8 o'clock where I live. Yeah. I work, and so I go to bed at 11:45 midnight, and I work. And I got to get to work before 9 o'clock, so I got to wake up at 7 a.m., and I got to commute to work. So,
see, John is an upstanding citizen. Michael, on the other hand, is just a citizen that stays in his room all day, sits down, eats his cheese pizza from Little Caesars, drinks his Diet Coke, and plays Call of Duty, and goes back and forth with Cowboys fans on YouTube.
I remember Chicago Michelle. He got so mad.
Huh, yeah.
So that guy from Boston that we got hit his first home run with the Giants.
Yep. When are the Twins gonna make a move?
What?
Jeez, the Giants need a trade for a pitcher. We finally have bats, which is not the problem. We have bats for the first time, but we need pitching.
Hey, supposedly Buster Posey is doing some good over there. So.
Well, he better because he was talking so much crap in the last 2 off seasons.
Well, isn't he new?
He's like, no one wants to play in San Francisco. That's why we can't really.
Oh, well, no, he wasn't he was still pretty much. He wasn't like with. Was he with the team as like a? Was he in the organization?
He is an owner. He's one of our minority owners. The Giants are the only. Basically, we are the Packers of Major League Baseball. We don't have an owner. So we have the person who has the majority percentage, which is like barely 40%. Then you have the spokesperson. His name is Larry Bear. He's not the owner. He's the spokesperson. He works with the ownership group. Okay. But he also has money in it, but he's the spokesperson. He's a douchebag. When we lost Peter McGowan, who apparently owns like a bunch of grocery stores across the United States, and he was born in the Bay Area, that's what the Niners needed. They needed a person who invested, and he basically took private money. He said, screw taking money, and he built a baseball stadium right next to the water. But our owner, we need assistance from the government and assistance from the NFL to make a stadium 43 miles away from where I live. Really? I'm still bitter about that.
And Michael's still bitter about not getting his cheese pizza 2 days ago.
You know, like there was a video that I'm gonna try to find and I'm gonna post it in my community tab where almost every team, not all teams, but the majority of teams, basically they talked about they even reference in Philadelphia that your stadiums are all like nearby each other.
Yeah.
And it may not be at the center of the city, but it's like still in the city's like borders. Not us.
It's like we have like a complex. It's pretty much in Center City, but like,
you know, and YTC, you know, like yes, he's lucky that all he has to do is cross a bridge.
Fuck.
No, he doesn't have to actually cross a bridge because his football team is actually in his area.
Damn, YTC. I hope you didn't hear that.
Wow.
Because his football team is in New Jersey, not New York.
Damn.
That's false advertisement.
Damn, YTC. So you have lied to me, buddy. Man, you need to explain yourself.
I can technically we can sue the Jets and the Giants for false advertisement.
Ooh.
Because they are not in New York.
You know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna have some free time. I'm gonna watch RJ's super great podcast with CEO.
Oh no.
Because apparently they are the most realist of the realist sports fans, and we're not, and we're peasants.
Huh.
And Michael decided to take from them, of course. What's now? It's Michael.
Apparently, we're the peasants that we don't know anything.
Damn.
No, I think when they were talking peasants, I think I know who they were referring to. And he's in Florida.
Well, apparently, I don't know if this is false propaganda, but they have mentioned in the past that they made you run away because you were too scared. Oh, damn.
All right, we got the event. Okay. All right, we got an Everghoul and a castle at spawn.
So next Saturday, I am going to be doing the Jake Paul boxing fight. That will be interesting.
Man, I'd rather watch paint dry, man. Watch that fucking shit.
Apparently, you know, he's actually fighting a real boxer who's way past his prime.
Man, so that shit's got to be more scripted than that fucking Mike Tyson and Logan Paul fight.
Now, the only reason why I think is going to be because his father is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., and he still has a lot of weight in the boxing world. Now, I never saw him fight, but I've seen like highlights and like rewatched, you know, stuff on ESPN when they used to do like those replays. The guy was a great technical, like a 140 / welterweight. Really good.
Serious?
He was a really good fighter. There's a reason why he won like 93 consecutive fights without losing before he lost to De La Hoya. But at that point, he was like way past his prime. He was just trying to get to 100.
You know someone else past his prime? Bustin Fields.
He's never had a prime. What are you talking about?
Listen, Spongy. In the words of Michael, he's gonna shock everybody.
Yeah, shocking how bad he is, dude. Dude, he's worse than Nathan Peterman, bro. At least Nathan Peterman can somewhat throw the ball accurately.
I remember I was watching a Bills game, they were showing it, and then they benched Tyrod Taylor for Peterman. And
that
then
dude was just as ass as Taylor.
And 3 passes in a row, interception. And then eventually it was like because Sean McDermott did not like Tyrod Taylor. But you guys were winning with he took you guys to the playoffs. And when you did that, now he got really lucky that Josh Allen really panned out. Because if Josh Allen didn't really pan out, you had Tyrod Taylor, who was still in his prime. He was in his late 20s. And they had Sean McCoy. Now, he was past his prime at that point, but he was still decent. But
yeah. And they should have never had LaShawn McCoy.
Huh.
Hey,
he still should have been an Eagle, and Kiko Alonso still should have been a Buffalo Bill.
Hey, now you know why I almost broke my TV when Chip Kelly came here. He was fired. Like, come on, like, what's his name? Jed York. You're hiring a guy who got fired. Not even a week. You said, let's get the coach that got fired because Kaepernick was supposed to be like Marcus Mariota, and that was a dumb disaster. And then after a year, he's like, you know what? Like, I'm not gonna lie. I like Kaepernick, but once he got into like the non-football stuff, like he really like made me start to hate him. And I understood what he was doing, but he was doing it really wrong. And I remember from 2016 to 2018, I had arguments with 49er fans because some of them had certain positions I disagree with. But the point is that, listen, he was not the same quarterback. And a lot of people, he had 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on his final year. Okay, but stats don't tell the whole story.
They really don't, because
if we
really looked at Justin stats, they would be way worse than they should be.
Because if his stats were telling the true story, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, why did he lose 7 games in a row? And then he won, and then he finished the year with after that. And the only win that he got was against the Rams. And that's why I joke around with Rams fans. Even when our trash quarterback Kaepernick, you know, Jimmy Garoppolo owns you guys, which is kind of hilarious. Again, for whatever the reason. Now, there are moments where the Niners mess up and we let the stupid Rams win. That's why I can never root for the Rams. It would have been hilarious if the Rams would have beat the Eagles because I wanted to see Rudy's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
They would have lost in the NFC Champion. Oh no, wait. What did the Rams beat the Commanders?
Dude, that would be hilarious if the Rams would have beat.
Oh my god! If the Commanders would have beat the Rams, I would have fucking been on route. I would have been trolling Rudy nonstop.
He doesn't stream. I think in the off season as much.
No, he went on Wednesday, I think. I saw him go on.
Yeah, where's Jim Everett, bro? He hasn't been on here for a while.
I blocked him. I'm joking. I don't block people.
You know somebody else who hasn't come here for a while?
Who?
Butters.
Because Butter has a life, Spongy. I'm just like,
he has a life according to you.
I have a life, John Jay. I have a girlfriend now. I'm a Mac Daddy.
What, AI?
Yeah. He found AI. You know, John, he actually used that app that me, Levi, David, and Kenny were talking about on the show yesterday. That app that probably should be banned. I don't know if you were there for that.
Let's see. I remember he introduced you heard y'all or something.
Yeah.
And then there was like you something or yes.
Yep.
The next time I see Kenny, I have a bone to pick with him. It's not the Filipino. It's Tagalog.
Tagalog.
I don't know why he doesn't say that. It offends my peoples.
Oh, Crucible Night.
What?
What's the point of this game?
You gotta kill these bosses.
Oh.
You know what, John? Sometimes I have that same question. I'm just here for a hangout. I really came in here first because I heard that thing about New Jersey, how they were the first target. So I came in here scared. No.
All right, we gotta move.
Listen, I remembered I have to stay confident because I have Michael fighting for my country.
Listen, with all due respect, is New Jersey really worth blowing up? That's a really good question.
I think they should target Florida first.
Listen. I don't want this to happen. It will really piss me off. But the Golden Gate Bridge is and movies have like destroyed it. Well, I don't know why that's not a target. No, I don't want that.
Like I said, the first target.
It's gonna be New York or DC, one of those two.
The first target should be Florida.
Well, Florida's not even like worth. Again, it's not even a state being like I can understand like if you shoot down the Hollywood sign because that's an iconic, or the Golden Gate Bridge,
Empire State Building, Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man.
Plus, also, I'm trying to be really, really respectful. Like, we would get like a 10-minute warning to get out of a blast zone, which isn't really enough time, and so. Yep.
Well, they were like last night. They were like, what's the word? They were like putting out like pictures and stuff, referring to what's going to happen tonight. It was kind of like a foreshadowing. They were foreshadowing it.
I know there was a dumb news story that came out when I woke up.
Yeah.
The military planes are going to Guam. That was like the most weirdest news story.
I don't like how there's like. I feel like it's kind of like being taken as a joke. Like what? Like these higher duties. I feel like it's kind of being taken as a joke. I don't think social media should be like a big thing. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think they should be using social media to get messages across.
Should we go for one of those?
Dude, it is so hilarious. And you guys probably don't care. Honduras, who got murdered, they're if they win, they will go to the quarterfinals.
I saw that on my that game on my screen after. So I was watching the Phillies getting crushed, of course. I was watching that on Fox. And then they said, "Oh, sorry, we have to pause this broadcast because the president is speaking." And then it said, "Go to FS1." Okay, if you want to continue to watch the game. Okay. I went over to FS1. They stopped the recording of that CONCACAF game or whatever to show the Phillies game on that channel. And then after the president was done speaking, they moved the game back to Fox, and then they continued the soccer game on Fox Sports 1, and I was like, what is this? What am I watching?
Well, I'm a diehard soccer fan, so yeah. Every 2 years, the United States participates in what is known as their regional FIFA tournament, which is known as the Gold Cup. And we don't have a lot of good teams. Like basically, it's always Mexico and the United States. Like that Canada trophy is fraudulent in 2000.
Awesome kid hear that.
No, it was fraudulent because they had to flip a coin because they had 3 teams with the same points, the same goal differentials, the exact same goals, plus basically like each team had the same goals and the same goals they gave up and the same points. So they had to do a coin flip.
That's crazy. That had to be like rigged.
Want to fight it?
And then the funny thing about it, like Colombia is a way better soccer nation than Canada at the time. And you guys lost to them. That was a fraudulent tournament. So, also the U.S. has a very bad team.
Yeah, isn't it like Christian Pulisic and that's it?
Yeah, basically he decided that he wanted to do it his way, and our new coach is Argentinian, and he has a weird mindset that it doesn't matter if you play like so many games in Europe and you want to take you play for your team. So
I thought this
there's a lot
person.
there's a lot of disconnect right now. Like right now that the United States Federation has exposed themselves that they have those players in Europe for the money, for the exposure, for the licenses and all that stuff. I've always said this. I know the MLS will never ever be at the level of Europe and South America and Mexico because those are some good leagues. The problem is that we have been playing soccer now competitively and also domestically in the youth levels, that the players are way better than they were years ago. The problem is that just like every athlete, every pampered athlete, the generation that we got right now are spoiled kids. Pulisic has British ancestry, and his grandfather had pull in the European market. No normal kid does not have that pull. Reina, good player, but his father is rich and he made millions playing in Europe. Okay, he also got the coach fired because apparently he brought up personal stuff and the federation didn't like it, but then they gave him back, and after that he was never the same coach. And so hopefully this new coach basically brings that toughness, because right now we don't have toughness. And again, there are players who have toughness, but they don't have that mentality. Because again, I don't want to bring up Kobe Bryant because I know Crazy Juice will call me a Laker fan, but Kobe Bryant, no matter what, was the first person at practice, was the last person at practice. He played tough every single day and he never gave up. So I gotta respect what Kobe Bryant did.
Shout out! I made a Kobe Bryant edit a couple days ago. It got more views than a Michael video would ever get. It got 1.4 thousand views.
Yeah, bro.
If 1.4 thousand people ever came across Michael's channel, I would feel bad for them. Oh wait, I forgot. He has like 3,000 subscribers. Ugh, good coffee. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how he got that many subs.
Oh, Michael got subs. Maybe they were bots. You never know.
Well,
Remember, like Michael's real sub count, if you take away all the shorts, was barely 300 subscribers, almost 400. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And he just started posting shorts. Shorts do help you get subscribers, but those subscribers are only there for shorts. They're not there for long form content. And so when you look at his subscriber count, okay, when he posts a video, it still shows the algorithm, which is only telling them you have almost 400 subscribers, so he barely gets 50 views. Now, a lot of his stuff that he posts is stupid. And again, I'm not trying to be messed up. I'm being honest. I'm talking about the YouTube algorithm. And it really shows you that barely nobody watches his channel, but because he has a large subscriber count, YouTube will push his content on the recommendation. And also, let's be completely honest. He can be a Chicago sports or Bears creator. He doesn't know nothing, and the people who only watch him, I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest.
Now, John.
I feel bad for the people that get him on their recommended.
Let's see if we can.
Their recommended feed or whatever. I feel bad for the people that get that. And that's honestly. I hope Michael's listening to this.
He probably is. There's like 2 people watching.
Yeah, yep. Yep, it's Michael.
Butters.
Hey, Butters. Come out wherever you are.
He says that it'll only pop on if Alex pops on, but
Oh yeah,
that's a
no,
topic for another time.
Oh damn it! I was
Yeah.
muted. I was trying to say something.
Uh,
I was saying, what's my food show, Joe? I'm out. I got things to do in the morning.
yeah, I don't blame me. I'll probably end this when I finish this game. Then I'll just play all night off stream.
How does
Oh
the
no,
weekend?
don't say that because Michael's gonna say you don't have a life.
Well, I don't work on weekends, so
Remember, everyone has a vice. Like no one is a workaholic. No one's a workaholic.
And some people deserve to be a workaholic.
Now, I will say this: I have a friend who has a management level job. I'm not gonna say what he does,
oh, what the fuck?
and he works 12 hours, 8 hours, depending on things like that. So basically, like 2 days a week, he would work 12 hours. The other 3 days, he would work 8 hours. And so he does pretty good, and he gets paid on a great salary. His vice is not drinking, it's not smoking, it's not going out. He still plays video games. And the video games that he plays are games I don't play. And so that's his vice. Plus, his wife is cool with it because at least he's not out partying with his idiot friends. Because a lot of his friends, they get in trouble with their wives because he's never, like, those guys are never home. At least he's home. Okay. So she's also a woman who doesn't go out. And so things like that. So it makes a lot of great sense.
Hey, we can say this. At least no woman will be upset if Michael isn't home that night. If he ever got a woman, I think sometimes the woman would need a break.
Well, yeah, that is true. Like, you can't be around, even your spouse for like 24/7. Like,
No, but I'm like saying, like, she would tell him to go out and hang out with his friends and actually, like, go out for once.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry if you're hearing this, Michael. You're probably already attacking me in the Discord.
So
How dare you?
I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Like, you place an order, your driver picks up your food, and then it goes to another stop. It is what it is.
Yeah.
What, did that just happen to you?
Yeah, basically, they went to a KFC after they pick up my order. So I know the person who's gonna get their food after me is gonna be eating tonight. KFC.
I haven't had KFC in a while.
Make sure anytime that you do that, John, and it shows up as and it shows up as Little Caesars, you might just want to watch out because Michael might be in San Fran at that time.
Not really.
If somebody's ordering Little Caesars,
he said this, and again, I'm not trying to get controversial, but he says that San Francisco is too, how can I say this, is too PG for him. He says he only lives in Florida because that's where it's rated R.
Well, see, here's
nice
another thing. I think Michael is their top customer. In all states. Top customer in the world. And I think they have officially given him that title.
Jeez. I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. I had a tough workout.
Oh wow! Can you teach Michael some trip?
Yeah, teach Michael how to work out, bro.
I asked YTC, like, YTC's losing weight. I said, why is Michael not? I don't know. Yeah,
because Michael's nigga's too busy. Remember?
Busy doing what?
I don't know. He told me that his parents were gonna help him look for a job on Instagram, but yeah, apparently he went to the casino.
Yeah, he went to the casino, and he looked like he was eating even more food at the casino.
I haven't been to the casino in years. All right, we gotta hurry up and finish this.
Mm-hmm.
The
I think
storm is coming.
Michael probably thinks that I'm offending him right now. No, I would
Anyway.
never.
Let's go. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm about to die. There we go. I should have upgraded it. I'll probably get this in a yellow anyway. All right, mighty shot, no skill.
Now,
All right, we'll boost that.
Anyway.
Now, Get On Kid, do you know if you're streaming tomorrow?
Nah, I don't know. Don't think about it.
What were you saying, John? Sorry about that.
I'm gonna bounce. My food's not here yet, but I gotta do something quick. So
All right.
I'll check you guys out later. Peace.
All
All right, peace, man. See ya.
Now, Michael, last opportunity, buddy.
That nigga ain't gonna pop on, bro.
We probably don't want to hop on because if he does, we'll probably be here for another hour.
Where are we supposed to go? Oh, no. Oh, these things give me the creep crawlies. Okay, lead the way then. I don't know this map a lot. Okay, we were supposed to go down here, and then we gotta fight the fucking. Oh, we're right smack in the middle. So yeah, we won't get approached by the storm as long as we stay right in the center. There we go.
Oh my God, Michael responded.
Your crush? And I'm just kidding.
Nope. After I said, Michael, are you asleep or are you munching on your cheese pizza from Little Caesars and drinking your Diet Coke? He said, it's past your bedtime, Spongy. Just go to bed. I'm not arguing with you. And he spelled my name wrong.
Spongy. Esponja.
And then 15 minutes later, he said, and that's one of the reasons why I waste my time and call and hold on. And that's one of the reasons why I waste my time and Call of Duty lobbies. They encourage mediocre roaster like Spongy. I'm gonna ask if that's English, cause.
All right, we got him.
Oh, I'm gonna just tell him that Valak's hopped on.
Nah. Probably doesn't want to pop on streams anyway. There's only
What's
two
up?
of us. I don't know how we're gonna beat the boss.
Jose, you missed him.
And we're not gonna hit that church, but at least we got 6 blasts. Well, we're gonna have 7 if we can kill the Date 2 boss. Alright, there's a boss that we gotta kill over here. Wait, where's the Fortnite circle? Damn, it's almost midnight.
It's been midnight over here.
I live in the Midwest, so I'm an hour behind. Mm-hmm. Should we try and get the church? Oh, there's a red wolf Radagon. Try and get that. Oh fuck. Damn, how do you... Damn, are you hacking? There we go. Oh man, how many games the Jets are winning? They're gonna win no more than 2 games at best. I sure the division.
I think that works. I mean,
predict the bottom 3.
in the NFL,
Yeah, in the entire NFL.
Cowboys,
Nah, like
Giants,
they're not gonna be
Jets.
the worst team in the league. Hell
Well,
no.
I'm not doing this in order. Cowboys, Giants, Jets.
You're forgetting one team that's gonna be so dog shit that
And what team is that?
I'll give you a hint. Their quarterback just retired.
Quarterback just retired.
Yep. Should I get to the
Oh, the Saints. Yeah.
Yeah, they got this
They,
nigga Spencer Radler. They got I don't know who the fuck.
hey, they might. Hey, Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck, and Jake Hanner might have the ability to beat the Jets.
Yeah, just the Jets, not like all 30 other teams. Dude, the Saints are they're gonna be so bad this year.
Well, supposedly the vets on the team want Jameis Winston back.
Well, too bad. They should have signed him. They should have re-signed him in free agency.
2 years ago.
Well, 2 years ago, yeah, but oh man, the Switch has been carrying us the whole game.
I don't think that they should have drafted Shador at 9. I like their draft pick, first overall, like their first round pick. I didn't really like the rest of their draft though. That's the issue.
Huh.
And their draft isn't going to impact them now. Their first round pick, at least, that is full for the future. He's a really good, experienced offensive lineman. I think he was a 4-year starter. And in one of the best divisions, best conferences, sorry. He was a 4-year starter in the SEC. So, you know.
All right, who do we got?
Pretty damn good. Oh my god. I told Mike that Alex hopped on and then he missed him.
Yeah.
And he said, "Am I supposed to believe that?" ? And I said, "He did." And he said, "Prove it." And then he said, "You're not going to get your wish back. The rivalry and me and you was dead." And I said, "Just rewatch the stream."
Yeah.
So you'll have one more viewer.
All right, who? See if we how many times? Okay, we can level up once, and I'll buy. I'll get. I can only get one. I'll get that.
Man, do I feel bad for any woman or man that has to deal with Michael.
His parents.
Yeah.
And his sister. I mean, shit.
His sister.
All right, what do we got?
We all love his sister. Oh, and you forgot one more person. His cousin. That has to deal with him in more than one way. Shout out to Mike's cousin. Still don't know her name. Or his. It might have been a boy for all we know. Actually, I think my cousin's kind of fine.
And some incest shit.
Shout out to Mike for all the sound bits he's given us over the years. Specifically you guys. Because I haven't been here for that long.
Dude, this guy has got to be cheating. There's no way that does that much damage. Alright, you should be into phase 2 by now. Yep. Alright, back away. Alright. Oh my god, if we can beat him with just the two of us, that'll be hilarious. Oh, fuck.
Man, oh man.
Wow.
Do I feel bad that you had to share a fan base with Michael last year?
Is he really gonna carry us? Or she?
Who, do you have a Boston fan in your game right now?
In my what?
In your game?
Nah, I don't know who this person is. Watch out. Alright, I got revived.
Mustard on the beat, and he got.
Okay, he's poisoned. He's poisoned. Oh my god, no way. We got him with just two of us? Damn, bro. Whoever left that fucking lobby, bro, you're a dick. We did it without your stupid ass. Damn, I was stuck on this boss all fucking day, bro. What the fuck? Well, to be fair, this nigga carried me, but it is what it is. You have a warp. You probably cheated. Like, what the fuck? All right, what are my rewards? Ooh, what's this? Improved throwing damage, strength. That's for the fucking executor. Repulse. What is this? Sorvian Sigil. That's new. That's the new currency. No. Oh, that's the new one. I gotta check this out before we end the stream. This was a perfect. I was stuck on this boss all fucking day since like 8 in the morning. I'm so glad I streamed this, and even though there wasn't any audio. All right, where is this shit? I'll probably stream tomorrow, since I already did that one. But the only problem, oh damn, that motherfucker was a pain in the ass, dude.
You don't know somebody else who's a pain in the butt?
Kaiju?
Nah, well, yeah.
You cattle.
He's in the Discord. He's in the Discord all the time talking about you know who.
Huh. Oh, what's this? This is a cool shop. How do I obtain this currency? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18.
I
Okay,
heard that
so I
you
can buy
have to
80 of
become.
these.
I heard you have to become a Bears fan to retain that currency.
I have to do what?
Become a Bears fan.
Hell no, man. A
I
large
don't
flask
know
of
if that's
stone.
true.
You can't pay me to be a Bears fan.
Michael said he did that already.
Oh, this is perfect. All right, I'm gonna get this. This is overpowered as shit. Wilder changes to flaming strike. Oh, I might get this one too for like the Fisher of the Fog. What other updates? All right, I'm gonna save my that thing, so I'll do that maybe tomorrow. Oh, I got carried. Sorry. Yeah, I'll probably stream tomorrow if there's nothing to do. Play some COD.
You can always watch a Michael video instead.
Hell, fucking no, bro. I'd rather go to a Sabrina Carpenter concert than watch a Michael video.
Hey, well, guess what? If you do a Call of Duty stream, you know who will be there?
Well, I don't play Call of Duty anymore.
Oh, I thought you said Call of Duty.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah, he got clapped. Gaping jaw. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. All right.
Yep.
Appreciate everyone that stopped by. I'll probably go live tomorrow. All right. Catch you guys later.
Yep.